The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
A couple of different kind of games for the Wisconsin Badgers in the last week. Last Sunday night in Evanston, the Badgers went down to Northwestern, shot lights out en route to an 81-58 victory. And then on Wednesday night at the Kohl Center, a little more of a grinder type of game. The Badgers got to the free throw line. That was a big difference in a 62-55 win against the Boilermakers. Badgers now 3-0 in Big Ten play. We'll take a look back at the last couple of games. We'll sit down with head coach Bo Ryan. We'll also hear from Vitto Brown, and we'll hear from some of you fans. Find out what you know about Bo. It's all coming up on this week's edition of the Badger Sports Report.
Here comes Josh up the left side of the front court. Scoops it for Decker. Three-shot left side. Got it again. Uh-oh. Sam Decker with a smile on his face. That's his fourth. Ola, the left block against Kaminsky. Knocked away by Frank. Into the hands. Here comes Trayvon Jackson. On the run. Trayvon, right lane line to the rim. No. Rebound. Decker. Slam dunk. Sam Decker on the follow. Here's Jackson, left corner. He'll drive the baseline. Leaves it for Kaminsky. Low on the right. And he'll wind up and send it down hard. Two-hand slam dunk. Frank Kaminsky. Hockey is throwing to Edwards, high on the right, feeds Matthias right corner, pass stolen away by Kaminsky. Frank on the dribble, to the front court, left of the lane, down the lane, to the rim, layup good. Frank Kaminsky the steal, and he takes it coast to coast. Inside feed, Haas catches, low on the right, up, blocked by Kaminsky. Ate it up, it goes out of bounds to Purdue. Right of the paint, 8 to shoot, Frank turns baseline, out to Hayes, kick out Gosser for 3, just left of the circle, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Decker, slam dunk, Sam Decker. And with that flush, Decker is the 39th player all time in Wisconsin history who joins the 1,000-point club. And he does so with an exclamation point.
Well, it's pretty cool, obviously. I thank my teammates for getting me the ball. And, I had a great opportunity here to play basketball at a great institution like this. I can't take it for granted, and I've had some good success with a lot of good guys and made a lot of good friends. So, I'm really grateful to be in this position. And 1,000 points is a cool goal, but individual goals don't come without team success. And I think we've done a good job of that, working together, and we have a lot more goals achieved this year.
Down the lane, right hand, slam dunk, Sam Decker, and that's the record. Frank Kaminsky, 43 points. Nigel up he goes, and he throws it down. Sam's off at 3, left of the circle, book it. High screen Kaminsky, trade driving left lane line, to the rim, scoops it up and into the right hand. Bo Ryan and the Wisconsin Badgers have punched their ticket to Texas. They're going to the Final Four.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin athletics.
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Wisconsin cheese. making good food great.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC. No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Get the Zimbrick GMC today and score big savings. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. I'm part of the Zimbrick GMC team, and you should be too. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
Quick outlet, Jackson on the run. Here's straight to the line, down the lane, glides to the rim, layup good, it counts, and a foul. And one for Trayvon Jackson.
Big Ten season rolling on for the Wisconsin Badgers. A late Sunday afternoon tip-off coming up against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, and then back home the following week for a couple of more home games. The Badgers, as we record this, just coming off a 62-55 victory against the Purdue Boilermakers. I think you may have said this before, so I'll just set you up. After a game like this against Purdue, you sore? You got to check bruises yourself? A little bit of a little physical out there.
I'll tell you, for everybody that was involved in that game, on the sidelines, the officials, the players, everyone will sleep well tonight. There was a lot of energy expended in that game, and you know, it just sometimes you just have to find a way. We didn't shoot it particularly well. You got to give Purdue credit for what they were doing, defensively and offensively. They were trying to use their strengths. We were trying to probe and do some things ourselves and trying to get to the free throw line, which we did. Overall, I was pleased with how we handled a game that really wasn't a smooth, didn't have a smooth flow at all. So it's known as a grinder, but that's my definition.
Yeah, try to be a little different words, never hurts. Only 8 turnovers. I would think a Purdue team, the way it was, trying to get up and get into the Badgers, and the way some of the better Purdue teams have played, to only have 8 turnovers is maybe that's 1 or 2 too many for you, but that's pretty good. In a game
yeah,
like this,
I think a couple of them could have been avoided, but no. But Purdue will wear you out. They'll get in passing lanes. A couple of those guys have pretty long arms for deflections, and we just need to make some better decisions on, before we make the pass. I'm big on ball fakes, shot fakes, which you probably hear me at practice when you're
time or two,
a couple times, right? But we need to do a better job of that because when you get into a tight game like that, a couple turnovers can prove to be very costly.
After the game, we spoke on the radio with Lamont Paris, one of your assistant coaches, and a game like Purdue, you go back and then the non-conference, and I think a lot of people would think Georgetown.
Yeah.
You play a lot of different teams in non-conference, but a game like Georgetown really helps in a game like Purdue, doesn't it?
No question. Size, quickness, a purpose. Georgetown was trying to get it to the big fella, Smith, and obviously Purdue was trying to do the same, and their bigs delivered. They delivered some big shots, and fortunately we turned them over a few times, got them to walk maybe or make a bad pass. But it's Purdue's gonna be pretty doggone good the rest of the time here in the league because they found their identity. So keep an eye on Purdue.
Yeah, keep an eye on everybody in this league. I know you got Rutgers coming up. We've seen enough examples, I don't know how many times I've said that, but once again this week with games that it would be easy to assume Team A is going to beat Team B, and it doesn't turn out that way. And it just throughout the league, if it's the first team or the 14th team, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, because some teams, because of who was back, got some publicity earlier or maybe some hype. And you know me, how I feel about that type of stuff. So you still got to go out and play for 40 minutes. So the league's going to be interesting again, simply because you have coaches who have their systems in place for the most part, have their guys playing hard and have them playing smarter than what maybe in the non-conference they were doing, and that's what makes the league so tough.
With this Big Ten expansion, you got, I know you being from Philly, Chester. Let me clarify that. But when you go to Rutgers, you go to Maryland, that's a little closer to some, I know we get a chance to X number of times during the season to see some of your old buddies. I know it's a work trip and all.
I'm having nothing to do with tickets. Everybody knows not to call me relatives, friends, that type of thing. I think I have 3 out there. So No, tickets are at a premium, and that's okay. But I'll look forward to seeing my sister and other cousins and and relatives and college friends, high school friends. So, but we have to play.
That's right.
We got to practice and we got to play. So, but I am looking forward to it. We haven't been to Rutgers since +04.
That's right.
So, get to be our second time.
It will. It will. The Badgers victorious there a decade plus ago. With remember Zach Morley got a great greeting right before the anthem. Just from the fans, and that's life in the East. You're used to that.
Yeah. Catcalls and
that's right. Yeah.
Bronx cheers and
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's good exposure. It is. Playing at Maryland and playing at Rutgers. So let the East Coast people know more about the Big Ten.
Absolutely. Badgers 3-0 going into this weekend's play. 15-1 overall, 3-0 in the Big Ten Conference. The Badgers and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights at the Rack in Piscataway, New Jersey. The tip-off set for 5 o'clock on Sunday, 5 o'clock Central Time. Coach Ryan returns in a few minutes with the Great Dane Great Question of the Week as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
It's 2050. I'm one of 9 billion people on the planet. Like most, I live in the city. Our air and water are clean, and there's plenty of fresh food for everyone. My parents are getting old, but staying healthy. Good thing, because my kids will probably live to be 100. Can you imagine?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, preparing minds to meet the challenges of the future before they become the challenges of today. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.
A lot of teams a little younger or, not necessarily ranked as high as they usually are, they're still tough. I mean, you look at Purdue, they're physical, they play hard. Coach Painter had a great game plan for them, and that's what it's going to be. They're going to give us their best shot every game. And it was good to, grind out a win like this. Low scoring. We had to fight through some adversity, stay mentally tough. That's what we needed.
I think a big thing was our defensive effort tonight. I thought we played well defensively. Those guys are so big inside. They're gonna get some buckets. They're gonna get some touches. But I think we made them work for those buckets. So if the least amount of free looks they get, the better it'll be for us. And we're able to force some turnovers, and get some dig-ins on those guys, and just make it pretty tough for them. And overall, I thought we did a pretty good job.
Guarding those guys, they really try to touch the post. Those guys, the full 35-second shot clock. Those guys are 300 pounds, and they're battling to get position every single possession. So we were able to get Nigel on them a little bit in the second half to give Frank a little break, and Nigel did a really good job. I think people, need to look at what Nigel did tonight, and that was a big reason why we came out to win. And Nigel's completely overmatched size-wise, physically, but he was able to do a really good job that second half. And you saw Frank was able to do a little more offensively that second half when he didn't have to, battle those guys for so long.
We need to find out how much you know about Bo Ryan. You've heard of Bo Ryan, right?
Yeah.
You know Bo Ryan? He's got a great TV show, by the way. So, we all know him as Bo, or Coach, but he does have a real name. Do you know what his real name is?
No, I do not.
You want to take a guess?
I don't know.
No guess?
No.
Do you know Bo Ryan's real name?
No.
You want to take a guess?
No, I don't know.
I should know that. I just read his book here about it 2 years ago.
Do you know what Bo Ryan's real name is?
No, I do not.
You want to take a wild guess?
God, I've known him since he's been here with Schofield. That's like, I have no idea.
You've always called him Bo, right?
Right, Bo.
What is Bo Ryan's real name?
I don't know. William.
William is correct. William Francis Ryan Jr. is the right answer. All right. How old do you think Bo Ryan is?
58.
58's a good guess. He'll like that.
60.
60 and?
62.
He's 67. He looks good, doesn't he? How old do you think Bo Ryan is?
Probably 62.
62 is a good guess? All right. How old do you think Bo is?
66.
He's very close.
64?
I'm glad you went lower because Coach will like that. 67 for Coach. Oh. You were so close.
All right.
How old do you think Bo Ryan is? Now it's his show, so I would go low.
64.
67. You were going to say 67? I should be asking her.
I was going to say more, but I didn't want to. You told me to go low.
I know. Well, it's a show, so we're trying to be nice, right? All right, do we know where Bo Ryan is from?
Pennsylvania.
That's correct. How about his hometown? You know his hometown? Bonus points for his hometown.
I'll say Wilkes-Barre.
Chester, which is in the area. Yeah. Do you know where Bo Ryan is from?
Pennsylvania.
That is correct. Do you know the name of his hometown?
Oh.
Bo loves to talk about his hometown.
I know. Can't think of it right
Any
now.
help from the peanut gallery over here? Where's Bo Ryan from?
Nope.
No. Chester, Pennsylvania. Do you know where he grew up?
Pennsylvania.
Do you know where in Pennsylvania, the name of the town?
Now you're pushing it.
I am pushing it. I'm always pushing it.
We'll be making a traditional octopus salad, drizzled with some olive oil and topped with a dash of salt and pepper.
It's funny how seeing a clearer picture can lead you to see the bigger one. Get the most HD channels and the fastest internet on the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Some call it a miracle. Others call it science. But for those who've needed a kidney transplant like Kelly Krager, they simply call it a new lease on life. For nearly 5 decades, UW Health and the University of Wisconsin have been national leaders in the field of kidney transplant, providing a new life for recipients and assuring a normal life for living donors. Miracle? Science? Maybe it's a little bit of both. UW Health. Remarkable.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC.
Whether you use your truck for work or play, GMC's full line of trucks, crossovers, and SUVs will handle it with style. Built with your comfort in mind and all the power you'll need to get the job done right.
No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Ball screen from Vitto Brown, canning to the right side. Picked up the dribble, flips it to Vitto, and a step beyond the free throw line. The jumper is sweet. Vitto Brown showing his mid-range game off the bench.
Vitto, last year, some of the guys redshirted. You did not. Got in a couple of games. How did that limited experience help you as you prepared for this year and now in your role on this year's team?
Right, yeah. I thought about it afterwards, like, should I have redshirted? But, you know, after playing in the Final Four and then some of those Big Ten games, you know, you can't give up that experience. And even though it was limited time, it still gave me a sense of what it was going to be like this year.
Knowing what it took to kind of get those minutes last year, how was the off season for you as you prepared for probably a bigger role this year?
Yeah, it was just a lot of hard work. Not really eating a whole lot, not sleeping a whole lot, just try to be in the gym and on the field, running sprints and getting better.
The transition from high school to college is pretty severe. Do you feel a lot more comfortable after having gone through that for a year now you know, coming into this year and all?
Yeah, definitely, because probably the main difference for me was the speed, the tempo. Not that guys in high school were slow, but it's just like everybody goes 100% here. So definitely after that first year, now I know what to expect, and I'm getting more used to it.
What do you hope to bring to the team this year? Obviously, you're stepping in and your minutes are up and all that, but what do you hope to bring to the team? As the season goes on, I hope to just bring another air of toughness, more rebounding, more defensive stops, because I think we're going to need that as the Big Ten season starts to really get rolling. As you get into Big Ten play, coach's bench seems to shrink a little bit. So what are you doing out here in practice to make sure that you're not the guy that gets shrunk?
Yeah, I'm still figuring that out. But I think, like I said, just being the tougher guy, I mean, we have a lot of shooters, obviously, and so I think I need to find a different niche, which may be playing inside and getting those scrappy boards and scrappy points.
When you have so many guys around you that shoot and score in double figures, etc., when you're out on the court, how do you prepare to, you know, not be the guy who's just going to pass?
Right. I think I need to think about it like that. When I get out there, I have to shoot. I'm not out there long, so I got to provide that energy, that spark, and you know, shoot inside and out.
You get your 5, 6, 8, whatever minutes. How do you mentally get your energy up to 110 or whatever, the first step out there? Because these guys have had a lot of time out on the court. You're out there just fresh.
Yeah, you got to be like a microwave, and I'm still getting used to that too. So I'm just going to keep working on that every time, really.
You do a lot of stuff off the court, singing, stuff like that. How does that being kind of well-rounded help you, you know, because this can be a stressful thing, basketball, can it?
Yeah, definitely. And like I grew up singing the same time I grew up playing basketball, so that's always been like an outlet, and it's always music and basketball are really connected for me as well. Like rhythm, you know, timing, all that stuff, it kind of plays into both sides. So, and then the academics, of course, that's kind of stressful, but it still keeps your mind on the right track.
Do we have any concerts, Brown family concerts coming up this year?
Not this year. We're kind of spread out, you know, with my brother in college as well, so probably when I get back in the summer.
Introducing the starting lineup at Zimbrick GMC. No matter what the season, you'll always get a great deal at Zimbrick GMC. Get the Zimbrick GMC today and score big savings. Zimbrick GMC is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. I'm part of the Zimbrick GMC team, and you should be too. Visit Zimbrick GMC today.
When you have the fastest internet speeds, you can find anything almost instantly, which is a powerful thing. Because sometimes it's not so much what you're looking for, but how fast you can find it that makes all the difference. Get the most advanced fiber network. Charter Spectrum. Where will it take you?
Most people don't know that UW Health and the University of Wisconsin are national leaders in the field of kidney transplant. They provide new life for those who will likely die without a transplant, and they assure a normal life for those who donate. I would know. I donated a kidney, and together, we saved a life.
UW Health. Remarkable.
Whether you're out there training for a big event or you're just trying to stay in shape, I have a bit of advice. It's important to remember that what happens after the workout is just as important as what happens during the workout. My advice? Be sure to refuel with low-fat chocolate milk. It has the perfect mixture of protein, carbs, and electrolytes to help you refuel, rehydrate, and build muscle. In Wisconsin, athletes win with low-fat chocolate milk. And you can too. To learn more, visit winwithchocolatemilk.com.
The Badger Sports Report with Bo Ryan is brought to you by Charter Communications, by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board, by Zimbrick Buick GMC, by Adidas, and by UW Health, a cornerstone partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Time now for the Great Day and Great Question of the Week. Bill from Beloit checking in. Notice behind the bench on Wednesday night sat Kirk Penny, a Badger of distinction to say the least, and one of many who will roll through here and watch the Badgers play. And Bill observes that that's a pretty important thing for you, isn't it?
It is, when they can. Most of the guys are still playing. Most of the guys are busy working different parts of the country, and But Bill, it is nice. Kirk gets to practice every once in a while, according to the NCAA rules, and so he gave us a little lift the other day in practice. He's still hard to guard, and he works hard. But it's, you know, I wish all those guys well, and they're in their prime right now, a lot of them. So it's, they're going to try to make some money when they can, playing professionally, and some of them are getting married, starting families, which is really neat to see. So that was a good observation, Bill.
What an all-around player Kirk Penny became here too, didn't he?
He did everything. Very versatile, very versatile, and he, you know, he has used those different talents with different teams that he's played on to be successful.
Yeah.
Inside, outside. You know, everybody thinks threes, but he also got pretty good at a turnaround.
Yes, he did.
Slight fadeaway, not a true fadeaway, but and then in the post, developing his post moves, getting to the free throw line, things like that. When he was nothing but a three-point shooter, he didn't shoot a lot of free throws.
That's correct.
But he shot a lot later on.
Got strong and one of the good players, one of the really good people, one of many rolling through the Wisconsin basketball program. We thank you for your question. The great Dane with a location up in Wausau, as well as 4 in the Madison area on the east side of town, downtown Fitchburg, as well as Hilldale. That'll do it for us. The Badgers on the road again Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock tip-off against Rutgers before coming back home for the next 2 games. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
Wisconsin cheese, making good food great.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup is the officially sanctioned annual award recognizing all-around excellence in men's and women's collegiate competition. NACDA and USA Today co-founded this esteemed honor in 1993, still widely recognized as the crowning achievement in college athletics.
It's 2050. I'm one of 9 billion people on the planet. Like most, I live in the city. Our air and water are clean, and there's plenty of fresh food for everyone. My parents are getting old, but staying healthy. Good thing, because my kids will probably live to be 100. Can you imagine?
The University of Wisconsin-Madison, preparing minds to meet the challenges of the future before they become the challenges of today. Keep on, Wisconsin. Keep on.